Honor My Rights is a movement that is begun by a group of people who are working in Don Bosco media. We are people who believe in everybody's right to choose their own partners regardless of caste, race, gender, religion or nationality. And we do not approve any violence against men and women who are brave enough to choose their partners across boundaries. Every year, 5,000 honor killings are recorded internationally, and of these 1,000 honor killings happen in India. So, if you calculate in an average, around 20 honor killings are officially recorded in India. These are just official records, and we know such murders that happens with the approval of community, that happens voluntarily, that happens with the approval of family members, that are done by one's own family members, do not go to police records, do not enter government records. So one thing that we are sure or we are certain is that there are many such killings that happen in India. Initially, we thought this is just a North Indian problem executed by Kap Panchayats, but we realized that this is very much a South Indian problem. So the problem of honor killing is an Indian problem, it's a national problem. And then most alarming was, it's not just national problem, it's an international problem, and such murders are also recorded in other countries. That's what we learned, especially in countries that are ruled by religious fundamentalists. So wherever there is fundamentalism based on religion or caste or gender, honor killings happen. Far from being a modern issue, honor killing, we have learned from our reading in history that it has been a problem in history. And then we see in India, especially in Tamil Nadu, people who married outside their caste or who were in love with people, with the men or women outside their caste, were murdered and worshipped as small gods. And these are the small gods in villages, in communities. So it is not just a problem of modern era. The problem has been there in history from quite some time. Another alarming fact that we learned when we began to study about honor killings in India was that the most vulnerable, the one who gets murdered when such an event takes place, or when one gets married across their caste, across their community, is the weakest section of the society. Like for example, if I get married to a woman, if both of us belong to the same caste group, the most vulnerable is the woman, because she would be the first one to be attacked. Suppose if I get married, if I am a woman and I get married to a man who belongs to a caste group that is lower than, in hierarchy, lower than my caste group, then the vulnerable person is not me. Despite me being a woman, it would be him, because he belongs to the lowest caste. If I am a woman and he belongs to a caste group that is the lowest in the caste hierarchy, and we can be very sure that he is the most vulnerable person. We think that today, for anyone who has a humanitarian outlook, who wants peace, love and justice to reign in society, cannot condone such an inhuman crime, just because they go against the traditional customs. When one gets married to another who does not belong to his or her caste group or community, they are not doing an offense that deserves death penalty. No. And actually we would say it promotes multiculturalism, it promotes diversity. We have all our rights to choose our own life partners, and then nowhere should caste, gender, religion or nationality should bar our right to choose. As we fight against honor killings in India, we are not just fighting against one or two cases that happen in India. Actually, we want to fight against the attitude, the extreme casteist attitudes, the extreme patriarchal attitude, which perpetuates bondage, which perpetuates dependency, which perpetuates oppression which is against independency, which is against freedom, which is against respect, which is against rights, which is against dignity. That's what we are fighting against. Honor My Rights movement, all those who are part of this movement, we dream of a society where men and women live together in peace and harmony, sharing love, sharing respect, and showing true honor. There is honor only in love and respect for the individual rights, for the rights of the others, especially the rights of the most vulnerable section in society. We want to promote such an honor. So that's how we have begun this movement, Honor My Rights. And I would be happy if you could join us. And this is an open movement. And a word about the movement, many ask me, where does this movement belong? I say this movement belongs to people of goodwill. This movement belongs to everyone who wants to come together and help everyone in this world to live their life in dignity, to live their life with respect, honor, with lots of love. So that's actually our goal. Though we cannot avoid protesting against such murders, but actually we want to promote life. We should come together and build a society where we can live in happiness, where we can live in peace, where we can respect each other. A word about our strategy. We aim to create awareness about this problem through workshops, but we conduct workshops that we come to know more about this issue that happens in India and different dimensions that is involved in this particular issue. Like for example, what happened here March 7th, we had a workshop on honor killing. We invited people from different areas to speak to us about this issue that happens in India from different dimensions. One spoke from the perspective of family life, another spoke from the perspective of culture, another from the perspective of literature, and etc. So we conduct workshops to empower ourselves and to enlighten others. We publish books. We want to create documentaries about real issues or issues that happen in different parts of India. And finally, we also want to come out with feature films that reaches a great number of people, that subtly communicates this message that there is no honor in killing people. And finally, we said we will also use social media to reach to more young people, to raise awareness, to share with them this information that such things happen in India and in other parts of the world, which is not good. And in no way should we support this, and we should actually show our solidarity, extend our solidarity to people who are victims of such murders. Our team is made up of people who are from different fields. For example, we have got musicians, poets, artists, people from film industry, human rights activists, social activists, feminist thinkers, and we have people from academic field. So anyone who wants to be part of the movement can be part of the movement, and then they can also share issues or make documentaries about things that happen in other parts of the world and share it. Join us, and thank you.